Hello, my love. I'm so excited for this video. So in this video, I'm going to share about the Quantum Club and what I have been doing. I've been off the radar a little bit because so many awesome major quantum leaps has been happening, and it has kind of been like that. But I know I needed to. I wanted to create something that can sort of like can be a container for you guys to be with me on this journey, because before, like most of the I mostly did private mentorship, private coaching, and although it was amazing, I've been turning those coaching commitment into some sort of like container, yes, where you can sort of go through your quantum leaps, get out in the real world, and just having that real-time reality morphing experience. And so it's more accessible. You can go through it in your own times, still tuning into the frequency, and just kind of like do you with a sort of like a level of commitment that you you are at, and then sort of like be more like just sink into your highest self as much as you want to, because it's all about the embodiment, the being part of it. It's not just about, well, like understanding it like in a theoretical, mental, instructional way. So we're gonna like play a game. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm going to just explain and just tell my story about the Quantum Club and what you can do to sort of like crack this manifestation thing, because it's essentially, in this video, I'm going to talk about alchemical points, okay? So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm gonna write it down because it's such an important concept, and it's a concept that once you understand it, you're gonna just be able to transform whatever like situation or reality that you're seeing in front of you very easily. So this is, I think you like get what I mean, but I'm gonna just write it down just in case. So it's alchemical points. Well, you get it, right? Alchemical points. Okay, so alchemical points is basically like this. So whenever you set out to manifest something of your soul desire, usually you will be met with circumstances, experiences, or things that might temporarily reflect the opposite of the thing that you're wanting to manifest. Or you can sort of like feel resistance coming up or fear coming up. So the one thing that make you a great manifester is the ability to transcend those alchemical points with love. That's it. Because the rest of the game is very easy. It's very simple. It's just you having a open mindset and just like, oh, this is what I want. Oh, this is what I want. I'm so excited for this. Let's do this the next time. Like open. Oh, what do you want? Get excited, and then let's do that. But the important part is that when an alchemical point comes up, oftentimes in the form of a challenge, or in the form of some of your fears, your resistance, some of your woundings from the past, or shows up in a difficult situation, something like that. So that is the point that's gonna decide how smooth of a manifester you are. So at that point, like it's basically like your sort of like ability as a manifester is not how you what you do in light, but it's really how you handle darkness. It's like it's giving ruler energy, like it's giving queen's energy, king's energy, because that's where like you need to show up in a way. Like, can you showed up for that moment? And how do we show up for that moment? It's actually much easier than you think. Okay, so it's actually very easy. Alchemical points, there are so many things that you can do, but the one thing that is just gonna makes everything automatic and simple and easy for you is being present. As interesting as it might sound, the hardest question is answered with the simplest answer. So being present, what do I mean by that? It means that you allowed yourself to go through that experience, observe that certain thing with awareness and love, and that's it. So instead of engaging with the alchemical like issue showing up, you actually just being present. You actually just being in love, as in like not like loving the issue, but just you know, in awareness. And that's what I mean by love, right? Consciousness. And you just acknowledge like how you're feeling and what is happening. But because you're doing it from a mindful place, you are actually, you see, stopping the negative momentum of the thing that is happening by a loving awareness. Yes. And that's all you need to do. So that's there are many ways, right? So it depends on the specific what like situation and what sort of resistance comes up. But this is like a point blank masterclass in transcending circumstances. Okay, so that is why presence is in the Quantum Club is the the second pillar in the Quantum Club space, and it's something that you gotta harness like on a daily basis or on like a for it to be some sort of like a mode of being for yourself, so that it makes it simple and easy for you to kind of like being aware and mindful when you are in an alchemical point. Alchemical point is like the key to manifestation, how I see it, okay? So that is an awesome thing that I sort of like so happy to crack, because it really does like change everything in the most seamless, easy way, like in the big way, in a big, massive way and easy. And especially when it allows you to ground your manifestation into the present moment, into the real, like the real world, as in like your walking, waking day, instead of having you caught up in illusion and fears and sort of like engaging with the issue instead of seeing it from a higher consciousness. Yes, so that is the present and powerful stuff, pillar 2 of the program. Okay, so the pillar 1, why I started with it, because it's honestly, it's like, it's so important. It's just like, I love it. I love being present. And I love how much power you have with it, because if you talk about, you know, like having a presence, it's like you keep your energy to yourself. You're very good at managing your focus level. You are amazing at managing your energy, your power, and where you put it. it's just a very powerful thing to have, and it's just very fun to have, because now you truly understand the vibrational meaning of presence, and you can command many things by presence. So instead of asking a circumstance, asking someone to change, blaming someone, like trying to micromanage like someone, like trying to think and obsessively about a person, a situation, you just kind of like be in your presence, and it's good. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to also introduce, I'm also going to explain to you, like lean in more into this concept and let you know about like the piece that how do we like amplified our manifestation currency with using the ability of mindfulness. So you see here, being mindfulness for me is like a neutral point, like a zero mode, as in like you are here now, everything is possible, nothing is, it's like you in the space of nothingness and everythingness, like everything is possible here, and you're present and you're aware, and you are not making assumptions, you are not in your head, you are in a very clean energy, right? Very clear mental clarity, very clean energy. So from that space, right, we want to be connected to who we are. We want to connect it to our soul desire. We want to, because it's zero, right? Now we want to paint something. It's like a blank, like paper. It's like nothingness, and everything is possible. So now we do want to paint the soul painting of our identity, right? Free from, oh, this is what I should do. Oh, this is like how I should, like should, whatever. And you are going to connect with the part in you that is just uniquely you, and connected with the life force in you, like the soul shining power like within you. And that is the part where we connected to infinite intelligence, we connected to source, we connected to like that potential, that power within us, that's creative power within us. And this is a very interesting part, because when you allowed yourself to be in that expansive of a place, it's almost allowed you to got into this like God zone. It's like infinite intelligence is different from presence in the way that it is everything. You see, present is like the blank canvas, is the blank paper where everything is possible there, but nothing is there because it just is. But infinite intelligence and the ability to connect it with source energy, with the life force that is through you, it's everything, which means that you are connected to everything, all the resources, all the elements, the universal elements, everything, and that can make everything you want possible. That allows you access to all timeline, you see, like all timeline, all at once, everything everywhere, okay? And so from this sort of like perspective, can you now drop into any specific identity that you would like to command in the real, like in the world, right? That you would like to command in the way that would harness your specific manifesting power in the way that you would like. You see what I mean? Okay, so presence is seeing things as they are, being very mindful, very aware, very clear, not in illusion at all. And then infinite intelligence connects you with possibilities, connects you with this God zone, this sort of like space where you can hold like all kind of vibrations, where you are connected to all sort of like timelines and possibilities, where you are capable of doing like everything, where there's no limit, right? And then from that space, right, now you can allow yourself to get into a specific identity that let you do the work, right? So for example, if you're studying for an exam, you can drop into the identity of a genius. That's what you can do. If you are heading a team, right, commanding a team, a business, you can drop yourself into one of the greatest leader of all time. Yes, like you can do that. And if you are if you are dealing with so it depends on certain thing that you're dealing with. If it's in a relationship, you want to embody like a feminine goddess. You want to drop into that identity that would do the thinking for you. Because you, with this eternal, like powerful soul shining light, you drop into an identity that would effortlessly and perfectly execute the role for you. And now we can do that. And so we get to play with more like a specific fun, right? It's kind of like the same thing, whether you're dealing with like whatever people or circumstances you're dealing with. I've worked with a lot of women, like business women and artists and like talented professionals. But if either you're dealing with your relationship or with like a specific buyers, right? Or your soul aligned perfect buyers, the energy is sort of the same thing. Some people, they want to align with the perfect vacation. Some people, you want to align with the perfect business partner. Some people, they want to just have a very miraculous fairy tale experience of living their life where everything just sort of like fits to each other, and you just sort of like living in a very elevated space in life where everything is provided for you and taken care of, and everyone are sweet and nice. So it's comes down to the same thing. It comes down to the ability to transcend alchemical points, the ability to be mindful and aware, the ability to connect, right? Allow yourself to be available to receive, and exercising like your manifesting power through different circumstances, through different perspective, depending on what specifically you are calling in to your life. So all in all, it's a very fun game, and this is very interesting because in my coaching commitment, we do a lot about like we did immensely, right, committed and deep work in terms of identity shifting, in terms of business creation, in terms of aligning yourself to your soul so that you are aligned with your with a work that reflects you, or an audience, a set of buyers that reflects you. And necessarily, essentially it connects with a relationships that reflects who you are. in the most authentic way. So the commitment and the depth, it's immense. And then there are more proximities where you get to talk, we get to discuss, we get to just get in there, right? Be with, be with experience, with our deepest, like, alchemical moments, right? And then a lot of things that comes as a consequences in terms of shifting our relationship and how we are. Identity shifting essentially is everything, because it's changed the reality that you're living in, because it's changed how you approach it. So it put you in charge and just wake up and do the work your way and play your way. So this, right, curriculum is designed in a way that allows you to like play in that way, exercise in that way, just sort of like sink into your highest power. And it's like, I'm designing it so that it gives you the freedom to choose the level of commitment that you're ready for, right? And it starts with the membership that you can start to you can see like the lessons as well as the sessions that guide you through how to make a very like deep sort of declaration with yourself, how to connect with that life force within you, and being in that pure awareness of presence that allows you to play with different identity within you that essentially triggered and harness the ability to awake yourself to your own divine magnetisms. Because as I tell you, like each of us, right, we have different aspects of our identities. We have like our elements when we're in our relationship, we have our elements when we are doing our work, like we have like, you know, like different elements in us that can be brought out, like different jewels on our crown, you see? And being in this space allowed you to just harness the ability to focus on yourself and just pay attention to yourself and know your way into your reality, and know that they're gonna come to you. Know that like it's gonna happen for you in the way that you enjoy it the most, because you are prioritizing and being in your beautiful energy. So the way that you bring your energy into this will allow you to have your own very unique experience within the container. So, and then if you're ready, you can always sign up for a higher commitment where you can get into a text mentorship with me and we can follow up on that. Or we can get into private sessions in the tier 3 where we get to dive deeper into your construction of your empire and expansion of your transformations and service in the world and legacies. So that is what I have for today about the alchemical points, as well as how fun this is to just embody and just play with your creative force, as in harnessing your state of being and your divine magnetisms, like ability to divinely magnetize. And thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you're here.